In the opening sequence, we witness the execution of several undercover CIA agents by the Russian government, led by the KGB director, in Moscow. Indeed, Celia. Well done. Their heads are severed and sent as a chilling message to the American embassy. 5 years later, the scene shifts to a man named Sammy who is scouting new talent for a modeling agency in Paris. Along the way, he visits a market in Moscow and meets a lovely young lady named Anna who is peddling matryoshka dolls. Sammy extends an offer to Anna, suggesting that she think about a career in modeling with the company paying for her housing, food, and transportation. The next day after Anna's arrival in Paris and introduction to the modeling agency, the latter considers the offer and accepts. There, she meets Dorothy, one of the operators, and John, the agency's director. Dorothy then takes her to see the apartment she and the other models will be sharing. Unexpectedly, the next day, Anna is tasked with leading the photo shoot with no prior experience or preparation. This causes her initial difficulty when attempting to pose with various facial expressions. Must be challenging, but as a quick study, she soon becomes proficient in her new profession, producing striking poses and expressions. Anna comes home from a long day of modeling to find her fellow models making out on her bed. She tries to confront them, but they just laugh at her and invite her to join in. A shared meal awaits you. Frustrated, our protagonist Anna finally gives up and moves in with a fellow model mod. The agency throws a dinner party for its employees, including the models, one night. During this time, John, who considers himself to be a partner in the company, introduces Anna to Oleg. It's clear that Anna's beauty has captured Oleg's attention, as he flirts openly with her. He asks her out for dinner after a short conversation, and she accepts. After 2 months, we find the couple kissing in a plush hotel room. When Oleg is in the mood for some extra PDA, Anna is hesitant because she thinks it's too soon. After some time has passed, she begins to probe further into his background and career interests. In response, he says that his day job involves supplying weapons to countries in the midst of conflict. Once Anna has the data she requires, she heads to the restroom to activate a concealed microphone. She takes a deep breath to collect her composure, and then she goes to get a gun to kill him. Anna is shown again, 3 years earlier, living with her abusive boyfriend Pyotr. She has been subjected to domestic violence by her boyfriend for quite some time. She is coerced into using the credit cards of kidnapped foreigners to steal money. And if she says no, she will be physically punished. These abuses have driven her to the point of being willing to risk everything for the chance to break free of her current situation. Anna has tried numerous times to join the Russian Navy by filling out various forms, but she has never heard back. After kidnapping an American citizen late one night, Pyotr and his henchmen brutally beat him and demand the card's pin. Anna, as usual, can do nothing to help and can only watch from the safety of the car. This time the police catch up to them, and they flee in their car. During the ensuing police pursuit, Pyotr drives recklessly through Moscow's streets. Eventually, he and his passenger's car collide with another vehicle, causing it to flip over. Pyotr and Anna made it out with only minor wounds, thank goodness. The two people then run all the way back to their apartment. Anna, upon their return, sees KGB agent Alex lurking in the shadows. He modifies his handgun with a suppressor and kills Pyotr. Anna is unfazed by the gloomy situation, which makes an impression on the police officer. Anna is offered a fresh start with the KGB, and Alex seems to know everything about her. He lays out a plan for her to spend 1 year in training and 4 years in the field, promising her freedom at the end. She suspects this is another trap. Instead of accepting the offer, Anna cuts herself and watches the blood fall. Alex tells her to believe in herself instead of counting on other people. This did the trick, and Anna bandaged up and agreed to his proposal. A year into her training, Alex finally introduces Anna to Olga, the senior KGB handler. The second party is hesitant to bring Anna into her division because she views her as nothing more than a pretty face to be used as a honey trap. Anna, however, quickly wins Olga over with her impressive wit and chess prowess. Therefore, Olga gives Anna a mission to kill a Russian drug lord in a cafe within a strict 5-minute time limit. Anna has no idea that there are armed guards in the cafe or what is going on. But she goes in anyway, and as she's about to draw her weapon on the drug lord, she realizes it's empty. Therefore, the armed bodyguards start assaulting her. Because of this, she will have to resort to close combat. Anna, to everyone's surprise, is a formidable fighter, and she easily defeats the guards one by one until she has eliminated them all. The drug kingpin slams his fist on the back of her head. He tries to strangle her, but she grabs a fork and stabs him over and over until he finally gives up the fight. However, Olga still considers Anna's mission a failure because she was 1 minute late. Later, in Olga's office, Anna confronts her, accusing her of planning her death. Olga retorts that one should be extra cautious at all times because danger never gives advance notice. After dropping Anna off at her new digs, she hands her a stack of files pertaining to her next target and leaves. Anna is investigating the target's files the next day when she gets a call from Alex. Since he seems to be developing feelings for her, he decides to ask her out on a date. Anna tells him that she would love to meet up with him someday, but that she is currently too busy. Thus, the two decide to arrange a future meeting at the mission. The next morning arrives, and she realizes that she must carry out all of the tasks just as efficiently as Anna did in the previous scene. In this chapter, we learn that the KGB's plan to kill Oleg included the entire Paris model scouting operation. Anna's plan required her to position herself in such a way that she would attract Sammy's attention at the local market. To avoid detection, she moved to Paris and began a new life as a top model there. After killing Oleg, Olga recommended that she get in touch with Maud. Anna had a body double erase the security footage from the hotel. Anna is currently being questioned by CIA agent Lenny Miller about Oleg's murder as some sort of spy-style shit presents. She then claims that she went to the hotel, citing surveillance footage as proof. Anna says she waited in the lounge for Oleg but he never showed up. Due to a lack of evidence, the agents released her. Anna completes her mission and heads back to Moscow in the next scene. Alex pays her a visit at her apartment. They seem to be reuniting after a long separation, and waste no time in trading tongs in the name of patriotic duty. The next day, Anna, and her friends Olga and Alex, set out to meet Vasily. Unfortunately, he is not willing to keep his end of the bargain and has completely rejected the idea of releasing Anna in 5 years. When she presses the issue, he threatens her with death, saying that former agents are a liability to the organization. No one can speak a word in front of Vasilyev, not even Olga and Alex. Anna, now dejected, goes back to Paris and keeps working as a model on the same day. She calls Alex to vent her frustration at being imprisoned. Alex urges her not to give up, saying that there is still hope. Anna wants to know if he will back her up if she ever decides to leave. So, he says he'll give you the gentlest answer he can. Anna is called by Olga for another mission a few days later. Ever Berg, the intended victim, is waiting for an escort in his hotel room. Olga assures her that there are no hidden cameras or microphones in the space. This means she will be unable to keep an eye on her, leaving her completely vulnerable. Eventually, Anna infiltrates the target's room while posing as an escort. She tells Rittenberg to hold on a second because she has to use the restroom. She goes inside, grabs a gun, puts a silencer on it, and then goes outside to kill him. After that, she goes back to the room she shared with Olga and retrieves her Tandberg suitcase. Olga seems dissatisfied with her performance. It took her 12 minutes, which is significantly longer than her usual time. In addition, the job description specifically requested that Anna bring the target's index finger, which she did not. This prompts Anna to go back to the assailant's room, where she cuts off the index finger and brings it back. Anna now sobs and demands to know how many more people she must murder. Olga, who can feel her annoyance, suggests that she take a week off with Maud. This break comes as much-needed relief. She takes some time off, recharges, and goes back to her job. I'm primed for more murder. Anna's efficiency in completing a variety of tasks from that day forward has been a source of admiration for Olga. She also has a successful career as a model. Vasilyev, pleased with her progress over the past few months, eventually calls her to Moscow for a meeting. When Anna arrives in Moscow, she immediately visits the KGB building to meet with Alex. Emotions running high, they stealthily empty a storage room. When Anna is finished, she and Vasilyev cabin's resident chess master enter into conversation. Alex, who is sitting nearby, sees Anna making strange hand movements under the table and becomes suspicious. Anna, in a shocking turn of events, not only wins the game but also takes her god and shoots Vasilyev square in the fatty's hair. 6 months earlier, the scene shifts back in time. Back when Anna was ordered to kill Furtenbach. That day, she was returning from the restroom when she was caught off guard by Agent Lenny and his team. Lenny handcuffed her and made her an offer to be a double agent for them for a year. He assured her of independence and a safe future in Hawaii. Before they parted ways, however, she asked him how Lenny had managed to catch her, seeing as she had little choice but to accept the offer. He responded that he had noticed the way she carried her bag from the times he had stolen from her. It took us a total of 12 minutes to get back to Olga that day because of this scenario. Lenny stopped by to see how she was doing during her week off and had a quick chat with her in a storage closet. Olga was still spying on her when he asked her out to dinner. However, later that night, they met up behind his back and made out in his room. Since then, Lenny has been up to his old tricks again. They began to get together more regularly. Even if one day it is desired to return to Paris. Since Vasilyev was endangering the cordial partnership between the KGB and the CIA, Lenny gave her the task of assassinating him. He also revealed that he was the CIA chief in Moscow on the day that Vasilyev murdered 9 CIA operatives working undercover for the United States. To win Anna over, he promised her early release from service if the mission was a success. She agreed to return to the present day. Anna kills Vasilyev, then takes Alex hostage and puts him to sleep with a sedative injection. Then she takes a flash drive full of vital information from the Vasilyev computer and leaves. Alex, despite his exhaustion, crawls over to the Vasilyev table and presses the emergency button there. Anna, however, is a skilled fighter, and she knocks out every guard on the way out. Despite this, she is late to meet Lenny at the agreed-upon location. Lenny concludes that Anna has betrayed him because of the delay, and he consequently leaves. Then he leaves for a humble abode, telling her to call him as soon as Anna makes contact. After receiving his reward for killing Vasilyev, Lenny returns to New York. Lenny gets a call from Anna at work one day, telling him to meet her at a certain coffee shop in a park. When Lenny arrives, he runs into Alex instead. When the two men see each other, they immediately alert their secret support groups. Soon after, Anna shows up and gives both men kisses. And now we know that double agent did this on purpose to set up a meeting between the two adversaries. After stealing their sensitive data, she gives it back to them. She claims to have kept a copy, though, and will reveal it if the two parties betray her by gladly accepting the return of their information. Lenny and Alex give Anna the freedom to leave. To everyone's surprise, Olga is watching over the gathering place. Anna leaves the meeting not long after. Because of her treachery to the KGB, Olga tracks her down and shoots her to death. Lenny and Alex end up holding each other at gunpoint, but they have to release each other before they can shoot. Anna and Olga got together 3 months ago to catch up on news. When confronted about the cuff marks on Anna's hands during the Virgin Berg mission, Olga revealed that she knew the CIA had gotten her because she was aware that some Berg preferred whips and feathers. Despite this, Olga instructed her to comply with their wishes, which ultimately led to Vasilyev's death. Olga made this choice for her own reasons. Anna's shooting by Olga in the park was a sham because she was wearing a bulletproof vest, a fact she revealed because she wanted Vasilyev's job. The real Anna disappeared into the sewers, where she changed into street clothes and took off her wig, before reappearing in the middle of a crowd as a corpse. To be released at last. As a result of these developments, Olga gets named Vasilyev's successor. When she turns on her computer, she finds a video message from Anna attached to her database. Anna thanks Olga for her help in the video, but she also reveals that she recorded their last conversation, in which Olga said she would be okay with the CIA's plan to assassinate Vasily if Anna did it. August smirks and complies with his last request, which was to remove her information from the KGB's system. If you like this type of video, please subscribe. To assist the channel, please enable notification ins and leave a like. We appreciate you staying tuned.